Is a type of tumor that becomes progressively invasive, which can transfer to different regions of the body. The cells are uncontrollably divided and produced without any stopping signals. The normal cells in our body are dividing and are growing all the time. That produces new cells that are regulated, which means that cells eventually dies. But in cancer, the cells become immortal and divides infinitely, which are called tumor. Mutations in gene can cause cancer by accelerating cell division rates or inhibiting normal controls on the system, such as cell cycle arrest or program cell death or apoptosis. The normal cell division have growth regulators and killing pathways that can block the growth and division of cells when they are no longer required, and in the process killing the cells, and this is normal mechanism of our body. However, in case of a cancer cell, the growth regulators and killing pathways, which are the checkpoints, are not functioning. The cells won't stop dividing and it won't be killed, thus it becomes immortal. The cell division involves a complex series of molecular and biochemical signaling pathways that cue a cell to divide. The process of cell division, also called mitosis, is accomplished through four phases, which are the G1 or gap phase, in which the cell grows and prepares to synthesize the DNA. The S or synthesis phase, in which the cell synthesizes DNA. The G2 or second gap phase, in which the cell prepares to divide, and the M or mitosis phase, in which cell division occurs. As a cell approaches the end of G1 phase, it is controlled at a vital checkpoint called G1S, where the cell divide determine whether or not to replicate its DNA. At this checkpoint, the cell is checked for DNA damage to ensure that it has all the necessary cellular machinery to allow for successful cell division. Cells with intact DNA continue to S phase. Cells with damaged DNA that cannot be repaired are arrested and commit suicide through apoptosis or programmed cell death. A second such checkpoint occurs at the G2 phase, following the synthesis of DNA in S phase but before cell division in M phase. When functioning properly, cell cycle regulatory proteins act as the body's own tumor suppressors by controlling cell growth and inducing the death of damaged cells. Genetic mutations causing the malfunctions or absence of one or more of the regulatory proteins at cell cycle checkpoints can result in the molecular switch being turned permanently on, permitting uncontrolled multiplication of the cell, leading to carcinogenesis or tumor development. Cancer can spread through tissue. A growing tumor can push through surrounding tissues or into organs. Cancer cells from the primary tumor can break away and form new tumors nearby. The lymph system. Cancer cells from the tumor can enter nearby lymph nodes. From there, they can travel the entire lymph system and start new tumors in other parts of the body. And the bloodstream. Solid tumors need oxygen and other nutrients to grow through a process called angiogenesis. Tumors can prompt the formation of new blood vessels to ensure their survival. Cells can also enter the bloodstream and travel to distant sites. Tumors are graded as follows: GX or undetermined, G1 well differentiated or low grade, G2 moderately differentiated or intermediate grade, G3 poorly differentiated or high grade, G4 undifferentiated or high grade. Of cancer, stage 0 or CIS, abnormal cells have been found but have not spread into surrounding tissue. This is also called precancer. Stages 1, 2, and 3, the diagnosis of cancer is confirmed. The numbers represent how large the primary tumor has grown and how far the cancer has spread. Stage 4. Cancer has metastasized to distant parts of the body. Of primary tumor. Tx or primary tumor can be measured. T0 primary tumor can be located. T1, T2, T3, T4 or it describes the size of the primary tumor and how far it may have grown into surrounding tissue. Number of regional lymph nodes affected by cancer. Nx cancer in nearby lymph nodes can be measured. N0 no cancer is found in nearby lymph nodes. N1, N2, and N3 describes the number and location of lymph nodes affected by cancer. Whether cancer has metastasized or not, it describes as MX or metastasis can be measured. M0 cancer hasn't spread to other parts of the body, and M1 cancer has already spread.